Hey everybody, this is Matt. I just wanted to make a video because this is a very important weekend for everybody for the Dragonstrike Infernus Premier events. Well, while I wasn't as lucky to have one locally this Saturday, I was able to get out of town with a friend and we headed down to Greenville, South Carolina. And we happened by a store called Boardwalk where we were playing some Heroclix games. As you've seen in some of my videos, I like Heroclix, and I play Heroclix along with Kaijudo. And we were in Greenville, South Carolina, at Boardwalk, a hobby store in Greenville, South Carolina. And I just happened to see on Wizards of the Coast store locator that they were going to have a premiere event today. So I called them up, and this is what happened on my way home. So I mean, on when I got there, I got some cool stuff. As you can see, I got Cyber Sphere Dragon. You may not be able to read it. It's a double breaker. 7 for 6,000 double breaker. It has uplink ability. If this creature would be banished, return it to your hand instead. I think it's interesting that it's a double breaker and you really can't get rid of it because it's gonna go back to their hand unless you use like a nature card to bounce it back. I mean, put it in their mana. I got this card as well. They gave me that, and then it's foily. It's nice. I like it. And then I got Thorn Dragon, which is cool. It's a 6 for 5,000 plus. Powerful attacker plus 4,000 double breaker. I think it's interesting. 9,000 is nothing to scoff at, but it can make it easy to KO it on your opponent's turn. But I'm really happy to get that. It goes really well with the two decks that they gave me as well, water and nature. That was pretty cool. I also got 4 packs of cards they gave me. This was all out of their pocket, and I gotta thank Boardwalk for doing this. I just called them and asked about it, and they were like, "Well, thank you for asking about it. Here's some free stuff." So whenever you're in South Carolina, definitely check them out. So this is the first time I'm doing this, but I wanted to open up some packs with you because I feel like I may have my opening of packs may be a little bit different than other people's you're used to. The difference, I think, is I don't think there's a bad card. I don't think there's a useless card. And then we start out with Gallus Sky Terror. 3 for 3,000. It's Attack Raptor. There's not a lot of Attack Raptors. It's pretty cool, though. I mean, it's vanilla, but it can attack for a shield. It can come in early game, and I mean, it's pretty interesting. I like the art. The art is nice. Oh, you can't really see it. Okay, I'll do it higher up. There you go. Gatlin Sky Terror. That's pretty cool. Um, Sunstock Seed. This is one of my favorite cards. It's a very early blocker, and a skirmisher. It can't swing for a shield, but it can, you know, attack a creature on the next turn. I really like it. I cannot wait until they come out with a Star Sentinel evolution because there's so many great Star Sentinel blockers. So this is a great card. Brain Squirmer, Rotworm. Now this card I think is going to see a lot of play. Why? Because we just got a new Rotworm evolution in the Dragonstrike Infernus, and this is clearly evolution, some of the best evolution bait for it. So, it's a very vanilla card, but it has its purpose. Evolution bait at its finest, and, it's just cool. Comet Missile. I love Comet Missile. I use this card a lot because, I mean, people need blockers so to stop your opponent, and this card is such a cheap cost. It really is really cheap. Shield Blast, and it can kill anything with blocker. That means it can go from a Sunstock Seed to even a 9 cost Grandeur, so I think that's, really, really awesome card. Fluoro Gill Manta, it's a blocker. Creature can't attack, but it's a 3 for 4,000 blocker. It's a very, very strong blocker. Very, very strong blocker. I think it's one of the best choices for blockers in water deck. If it's pure water, then you have, another option that's even better for a 3 cost blocker, but for non pure water decks, this is a great card. I really like it. Keeper of Clouds. 4 for 5,000 blocker. It's interesting. Storm Patrol is another cool name. It's interesting. I think it's when this is about the ideal blocker. Like any farther than this, you're really paying too much to try to get a blocker out, in my opinion. Unless you're Granger, and you're just like 9,000, and you're just like ha ha ha, you shall not pass. But you know what I'm saying. Great card. Chief Mini Tribes. I have not been able to try this out much, but it has a cool ability that, when this creature enters the battle zone, if you have at least two other nature creatures in the battle zone, you may put the top card of your deck into your mana zone. I think it has a ton of potential. Right now, we don't have a lot of spirit totems, but I think it has a ton of potential. The art is beautiful, and I gotta try it out some more. And I think it's just a rare. No, Hydro Spy. It must be the next card. It's a rare. Hydro Spy. Now, I've seen some people trying this card out. It's interesting because you get a body and you get to draw a card. And drawing a card is really, really cool. So, I mean, it's a Cyber Lord. There's a tremendous amount of Cyber Lord evolutions out there. We just got a new one in the Dragonstrike Infernus. So this is a great. Has a lot of use. I guess this is the rare. Gigargon. Okay, it's a Chimera right off the bat. There's a lot of Chimera support, with evolutions and stuff. Double Breaker, 8 for 9,000 Double Breaker. It's pretty vanilla, but it's big enough that, in a Darkness deck, it could possibly, be a late game, finisher and stuff. So I'm not, so that's it for that pack. Let's keep on going with the Dojo. I don't know what to expect with these. I'll just see what happens. Oh, you got the code. Darn it. Okay, I might as well just show you. Okay, here's a code, people. Oh, code. I'll show you the other code because people do that. I think it's pretty cool. Code. If you can actually see it from my blurry webcam. Okay, anyways. Sunshock. I think this is an interesting card. This is an interesting card. You tap target enemy creature. It's early. It's definitely cheap. You can play it early game. I think it helps a quick offensive just win the game for you. Just like, oh crap, they just got out of blocker. Well, let's get past that blocker. So I think it's really cool. Forest Hornet. It's a Mega Bug. We're finally seeing some Mega Bug love in the new set. When these creatures enter the battle zone, choose one of your other creatures. It gets plus 3,000 power until the end of turn. And you think about this with the new Mega Bug evolution, dude. I mean, not only does it get plus 2,000 anyways for this being in play, but then when this comes into play, it gets plus 3,000. That's plus 5,000 you can add to them just by playing this card. Ice Blade. This is a great card. It's super cheap and it could bounce anything 4 or less. It's a really really nice spell. Bouncing stuff can be effective at times. Sometimes it's not so effective. Creature kill is preferred at times, but I like the bounce. Bounce can really mess up an opponent. It can really slow them down in the early to mid game. So I think this is cool. Blinder Beetle. Now I haven't tried this out, but I'm trying this out right now because I know a lot of people like it. It's only a 1,000 power, but it is an enforcer, so it can evolve into some cool stuff. And when this creature enters the battle zone, tap targeted enemy creature. This is a very decently early card that allows you to get past creatures, like the Sunshock does, but it also puts a body in play. So it has its points. I almost like this better than Sunshock. Drakon Weaponsmith. A Drakon. There's a lot of love for Drakons, and this is one of the best cards to play as evolution, bait, because it can be a 3,000 if you want to, you know. So it's interesting. Little Hissy Dune Gecko. There's some cool Dune Gecko evolutions out there. This creature can attack untapped creatures. This is really, really cool. I mean, you're thinking, oh, he's super weak. But some of the creatures your opponent doesn't attack with are really weak too. And they just don't attack with it because they don't want you to be able to get to it. And this creature can get to it regardless. So Little Hissy can kick some butt if you wanted to. Withering Bone Ghoul. 5 for 4,000 zombie. Oh, zombies are kind of cool. I want to see some zombie evolutions. So, it's pretty vanilla. I don't get the 5 for 4,000. I think it should have been 5 for 5. I think that would have been fair. I don't know why they went for 5 for 4,000, though. I don't really get that card, though. Ooh, I don't even have this card, so that's pretty awesome. Black Feather of Shadow Abyss. Well, I think I have one of it, so now I have two of it. Now I can actually try it out. Whenever an enemy creature is banished, you may draw a card. And if you know anything about darkness cards, they like to banish people. So, again, weak. It actually, I don't like this about some of the water and darkness cards, how they're so weak because they can just be, there's so much monster kill out there they can just target it easily. Like Barrage just like kills everything. But I like its effect. It's really the only kind of draw darkness has. So, it's really interesting. Oh, Grandeur. Now, I already have like six of this card because I bought a bunch of the uh, uh, $10 battle boxes. But this is a great card. This is a fantastic card. I was talking about this earlier because that is a 9,000 blocker. And it's a 6 drop, meaning you're going to get this out well before your opponent's putting out 9,000 power, uh, 9,000 power creatures. And this card just says, nope, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. It really is one of, I love this card. I played 3 of this in my light deck, and I would not ever change that for anything in the world. Storm Patrol, we need some more Storm Patrol love. But this is a fantastic card. Okay, let's go for, that was Dojo. This is Rise of the Duel Master. Let's see. Code card? Okay, yeah, why not? I can barely read that on my end. Hopefully you can read that. Okay, anyways. I think my camera has better. Yeah, that seems easier. Maybe I should do them all from right here. Okay. Argus, Vigilant Seer. 4 for 2,500 surveillance drones. Whenever this creature wins a battle, you may draw a card. That's not bad. I like drawing a card, but with 2,500, you're not going to be winning a battle that much. That's, it's a battle sphere. We don't see a lot of battle spheres, but I don't know. I mean, I think it has its use, but I don't know how often it's going to win a battle. Pyro Trooper. 4 for 3,000 is a Dracon, so there is some Dracon love out there. I was just recently trying out Blast Force Captain, I believe it is, and he started wiping up some low B, low power level creatures, just wiping out the blockers, just like, oh, bye 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 bye. But this is cool. It can go for a 4 to a 5,000. I mean, it can go 4 5,000, and it actually has something to fall back on, a 3,000, which isn't bad at all. Sniper Mosquito, Mega Bug, 4 for 4,000. It is stable. I've played this card in the online game, and I've actually won some games with it just because it is a stable 4 for 4,000. And you can modify it with Essence Elf and other kind of stuff to make it stronger. So it's just a stable card that can do some stuff. Don't undersell a 4,000. Uh, Buoyant Blowflesh, 4 for 3,000. I mean, that's pretty interesting if you compare them. I mean, Mega Bows can even evolve too. They're both commons, but this one's a 4 for 4,000. This one's a 4 for 3,000. I don't really know. I mean, I guess water creatures are weaker if they have a good effect, but this one doesn't have a good effect, so I don't know what to say about that. Covering Fire. This card, I think this card has a ton of potential. You don't see a lot of people playing it, but I think with some of these triple breakers coming out, choose one of your creatures that can't be blocked this turn. That's like one mana, and now you're breaking 3 shields, and they have nothing to do with it. I mean, it doesn't matter if they have a Grandeur, if they have a million power blocker. Your triple breakers getting through it and just breaking 3 shields regardless. That's huge. That's huge. You play 2 of them, 2 or 3 in a turn, you can almost just say game over right there. Sorry, this guy, and this guy can't be blocked. Good game. So I love this card. I think this card is very, very cool. I think it's gonna. I think if people look into it more, they'll see that this is so good. Okay, this is another card that I have one of, but I wanted more of. Sky Crusher's Elite. Whenever one of your creatures that have power 2000 or less enters the battle zone, it gets fast attack until the end of the turn, which is the only turn it really matters. The turn it comes into play. That gives any of your creatures that has power 2000 or less fast attack for the turn they come into play. That is so great for fire, so great for Weenie Rush. Oh man, I mean, I can just imagine like him in a nature deck, and you get him out turn 4, and it's just like, okay, next turn, boom, 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 a bunch of one cost creatures, and you're just like attack, 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 attack. That I wanted more of him. I got one more. I'm really happy, but there seems to be more cards in here, so we'll see what else. Oh, I was thinking there was gonna be a foil. I don't even have any of this card. I don't have a single of this card, but I know it's a very popular card. Razor Kinder Puppet. When this creature enters the battle zone, your opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a card, and your opponent discards it. That's pretty killer. There's not much else in the game of I don't think of any other kind that allows you to choose a card in your opponent's hand and discard it. That is just really really killer, and I don't have any of this card. Wow, that is pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'd play him that much, but I think one of is something I would definitely try. So I'm happy I got him. I'm really really happy. Teleport. Now this is interesting. You know why this is interesting? Because we just got a light card just like this in Dragonstrike Infernus. Instead of returning a target creature from the battle zone to your opponent's hand and drawing a card, you actually tap a target creature and draw a card. I think this card could see more play. I think just some people don't like it or maybe haven't tried it out. But I mean, it's really, it's the 2-drop spell plus the 3-drop draw card. It's the same cost. Maybe if it was 4, it'd be worth it. This I still think it's really cool card. Any kind of draw is great, and this is bounce and draw, so I think it could be really great. Carnivius Dahlia, Treekin, Skirmisher, 3 for a 5,000. This is power. I mean, you can only attack creatures, but you get that sucker out, and you're just like, you've just controlled the next 2 turns because your guy is gonna be just waiting for them to attack, so you can wipe them out. So that was awesome. So far, I've got Granger and Razor Kinder Puppet. Can you imagine that? Oh, and Skycrusher Elite and Black Feather. Dude, these packs are freaking amazing. Okay, last pack. I'm happy with that. It could be, Thunder Cruiser, Storm Patrol, blocker. You may tap this creature to change. You know what blocker does. Why am I even explaining it? I like this card. It's a 1 for 2,000 blocker. It's a very cheap blocker, and being able to play something on the first turn is so dang important. So I think this card is amazing. Fumes. Now, I haven't been able to try this card out myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. Whenever this creature enters the battle zone, your opponent is forced to discard a card. Now, it's only for 4 for a 2,000, but you're playing it for its effect, really. And you get a body. I mean, it's not so bad. It's a Tarborg, which I think this card could be that much better if they ever came out with a Tarborg evolution. Yeah, but this card is great, anyways. Bronze Arm Tribe. This is one of my favorite cards ever made. I love to play this so much because it can evolve into Bronze Arm Sabertooth, and it's very very weak, which you don't see a lot in nature, but you get the mana acceleration, and I love mana acceleration in this deck. Definitely top 5 cards for me. I love this card. Aqua Seneschal. Now there's maybe a lot of watchers that love Aqua Seneschal. I think it's interesting. In my testing, I haven't done a lot with it. It's Cyberlord. There's a ton of Cyberlord evolutions. Whenever this creature attacks, it may draw a card. My problem with it, it relies on it attacking, and unless your opponent just has nothing on the field by their third turn, I mean, if they have anything, this creature is just gonna get killed, or blocked and killed, or you know what? I don't see this. You know, I think in heavier decks where it's all about just laying mana for the first 4 turns, this card could be interesting. But I think in any kind of deck that has any kind of speed, this card just isn't bringing enough to the table. In my honest opinion, I think it's overrated. Marrow Ooze. Now this card's really cool. It's 1 for 1,000. The other one was a 1 for 2,000. It's 1 for 1,000. Blocker. Whenever this creature attacks, banish it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's. I don't really care about this because this card is meant to block. It doesn't get banished when it blocks. It gets banished when it attacks. Why would you ever attack with it? It only has 1,000 power. It's gonna lose to anything almost. You know. But this is a great blocker. A zombie. That's why I like these zombies. We just need a good zombie evolution. A zombie evolution would just make this card pop. The rare is whatever. Kronkos General Fear. Each time one of your shadow champions would be banished, you may banish one of your other creatures instead. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's kind of like the Firebirds, but it's 7 cost is really heavy for 5,000. I mean, it's all right. Uh, oh, okay. Now that's like 3 foils in 4 packs, and tell me that ain't luck. That's pretty freaking luck. Seer Serpent, 6 for 3,000. Fractal. Now we don't. There's not a lot of fractal cards, is there? No, not really. Future Perfect. When this creature enters the battle zone, search your deck. You may take a light spell from your deck, reveal that spell, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you can only go get light spells, but it can go get a spell automatically by itself. I think that could be very powerful in the future. I mean, you get a body that can attack, maybe, and not get killed, maybe. I think it'd be more interesting if you could just keep bouncing it back and going to get more and more and more spells. And with light, you have ways to go get spells out of the graveyard. You have ways to get a spell out of your deck. I mean, light is really cool with that. Dark Return. I didn't have any of this card, and this card is like amazing. For two, go search your deck for search your choose a creature in your discard pile and return it to your hand. Any creature you want for 2. The only thing better than this would be if it let you play it for free. And it's a shield blast. Okay, this is going right into my darkness deck. Amazing. Excuse me. Amazing card. King Pontius. I don't think I showed the. Yeah. There's the code card. Okay. Okay. King Pontius. This creature can be blocked. 6 for 4,000. Can't be blocked. But you know what? This could be 1,000. It kind of doesn't matter because it can't be blocked. So blockers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, It means they can attack it next turn, sure. But if you have some blockers, they may not be able to, get to it. I think this card is interesting. It's a little heavy for my taste. And there isn't a whole lot of Leviathan love out there. But I like that it can't be blocked. It has some purpose. Not only that, I got these 2 decks. These some more cards in there. No, okay. I'll just go over them quickly. These are the demo decks that Wizard of the Coast gracefully sends out to stores so they can demo the game. So, cool Skyforce Champion, Megabug. It's consistent. I like this card. Brave Giant. It's a little heavy for my taste, but 7 for 7,000 double breaker. You can't complain about that. A few of those. Return to the Soil. This is a really cool card. I've just, it has a lot of use. The only thing I don't like about it is it kind of helps the opponent by giving them a mana. That's my only problem with that kind of stuff. Sprout. This is probably within, probably again one of my top 3 favorite cards ever made. Turn 2, it's probably my favorite card to play. Not only that, but the shield blast. It's just the mana acceleration. The only thing it's kind of iffy about it is you don't know what card's going on top of your in your mana zone. But I love the card. So 3 Sprout, amazing. 3 Razorhide, more mana acceleration. I don't like this card as much as Bronze Arm Tribe because Bronze Arm Tribe is one more for a 1,000, but it is a guaranteed effect. This requires you to attack, you know? And as long as you're attacking, you get one, but if they block it and kill it, or if you attack it and then they attack it and kill it, you got 1 mana for it for the same cost as Bronze Arm Tribe. The thing is, you lay him on turn 3. By the turn you're actually attacking with him, there's no difference with him and a Bronze Arm Tribe. You're still only getting 1 extra mana on turn 4. So, I like Bronze Arm Tribe better. But he's great to evolve in a Bronze Arm Sabertooth, so. Keeper of Clouds. Cool card. We've gone over him. Karate, get it! Wah! Wild Veggie. Karate, got it. Wah! Okay. Stalker Sphere. Okay. It's a little mean guy. You don't want to be a stalker. Rumbling Pterosaur. 5 for a 5,000. He looks scary. Splinter Claw Wasp. Look, there's actually a rare in here. Mega Bug. It's interesting. This is Mega Bug bait right here for the new evolution that just came out. That's pretty good bait. Perimeter Drone 4,000. 4 for a 4,000. Say that 3 times fast. Perimeter Drone Enforcer. That's pretty decent evolution bait. Fear Fang evolution bait. Thunder Cruiser. Awesome card. Blocker. Awesome blocker. Sunshock. Awesome. Awesome possum. Awesome. Okay. Here is the water whatever deck. We'll see what else is in there. Oh, so it's darkness. Is there more cards in here? Give me the cards. Thank you. Draxar, the Soul Crusher, 5 for a 4,000. It's weak. I don't know if I like it that much. Logos scan, logos draw, pretty much. Yeah, there you go. Draw 2 cards. It's a backbone of so many decks. I mean, you kind of need to run it because it's draw. Draw gives you more opportunities, more choices, and kind of wins you the game half the time. Bone Blades. This card is so powerful. In level 4 or less, kill you, and it's a shield blast. Oh, and it's another shield blast. Ice Blade. Bone Blades and Ice Blades. Isn't that ironic? You freeze them and then you kill them. Freeze them and kill them. That sounds like a first-person shooter game. Ice Blade. Hydro Spy. We talked about a great card. King Bullfang. 6 for a 6,000 double breaker. Sounds familiar. It sounds like the other guy. Aqua Soldier. You know why I like Aqua Soldier? Because of this. May all your shields be blasts. Ooh. Frogzuka. Look at that. Great blocker. 4 for a 5,000 blocker. It's actually above the curve. I like that. It's a trench hunter too, so that's kind of cool. Refi. More trench hunter. 2 for 3,000. It goes great with Frogzuka as a blocker. It's just a great card. Grave Worm Hatchling. 4 for 3,000. What is it with making these weaker darkness cards? Come on, people. We don't need weaker darkness cards. Why you gotta do that to us? Zankin the Bone Knight. 6 for 7,000. That's what I'm talking about. 6 for 7,000. Double breaker. Nice card. Aqua Seneschal. Pretty card. I think I got some in the other deck too. Gorgon Shadow of Gluttony. 3 for 5,000. He ate too much. When this creature wins a battle, banish it. I guess he eats his opponent and blows up or something. Flurigil Manta. We talked about how great he is. Brain Squirmer. Cool card. And the last 2 cards. Rusaka. Bounce. It's only 1,000. But you get a body in play and you bounce any creature You know, I mean, like the other two cost spell can only bounce four or lower. This bounces anything. If they ever come out with a Trench Hunter evolution, boom. You know. So that is the cards I got today. I guess we should like recap. That you've seen the decks. Let's see. Foily, rare. Foily, rare. Got pretty good luck on this one, didn't I? Foily, rare. Is that? There's another one. Okay, yeah. So really, 3 out of 4 of my packs are pretty kick butt. I mean, I cannot complain at all. I mean, I got 3 foils. What happened? Okay, there goes. 3 foils. Light, dark, light. Grandeur, Razor Kinder Puppet, and Seer Serpent. I got 4 rares. Kronkros, Darkness, Fire, Darkness, Darkness. Wow. Darkness just dominated this, didn't they? Kronkros, and it's alright. I mean, it's 7 for 5,000. It's not so bad. You know, and its effect is pretty decent. We just need some more Shadow Champion love. Skycrusher Elite, definitely wanted another one. Happy to have it. Blackfeather Shadow Abyss, definitely wanted another one. Happy to have it. Gigargon. Who comes up with these names? 8 for 9,000 Double Breaker. Can't complain. It could be 8 for 7,000 Double Breaker. Then I'd be like, ugh. But I think that is the card for today, isn't it? People like this card. I think it's alright. Kind of scary looking, but yeah. Oh my lord. This video is 31 minutes. Sorry, people. Thank you for watching this. Kaijudo rules. Kaijudo rules. Kaijudo rules. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. Bye bye. Thank you.